How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with etrailer.com, and today we're going to take a look at the Thule WingBar Roof Rack for your 2023 Nissan Rogue. So when you add a rooftop to your Rogue, this is going to help solve the issue as a Rogue owner I'm sure you're aware of, having limited cargo area. If you load it down with passengers, it's going to limit how many things you can bring along with your adventure, and when you add a roof rack to the top of your vehicle, this is going to allow you to take advantage of this negative space. So let's take a closer look at our roof rack and see what it does for us. The wing bar is shaped just like an airplane's wing, and it's designed to reduce the amount of drag, which in turn is going to help reduce wind noise. You have a T-track slot on the top, and that's going to allow you to use any track mounted items without having to trim up on your insulation here to help minimize your wind noise. As far as the thickness, you're right at 3 inches wide, so that's going to work with most rooftop accessories like rooftop baskets or rooftop cargo carriers, you know, anything that you would put on top of your vehicle. As far as our tower, it's constructed of a weather-resistant, UV-resistant material. So that means that it's going to work well in the hottest deserts and the coldest areas pretty much anywhere. Our neighbors, they use these guys in all types of environments, and this is designed to go from super hot to super cold for many seasons to come. Now, as far as security, you're going to have a plastic lock core that comes with it, but you can switch it out to the Thule system, and you'll have a single key for all your Thule accessories if you go with Thule hitch-mounted carriers or hitch-mounted anything that's lockable. When you pop to the inside in here, this is going to allow you to see how this structure is working together. You actually have this clamp that's going to hook underneath your door and make a solid connection to the top of your door jamb. You can see on our fit kit, it fits and contours right to the side of the gutter here. So it's going to protect your paint from the roof rack that you have on top of your vehicle. Now, as far as the rack itself, is rated at 165 pounds. However, you definitely want to make sure you follow your manufacturer's recommendation for your rooftop weight limits. Thule products in general have a really easy setup, even though their instruction manual leaves a little bit to be desired. So I'm going to show you how to get this installed. We're going to put our strip in the top of our wing bar. It's going to come as one piece, and you can separate that. It's already pre-cut where it just comes apart. Now you want to make sure that the part with the little triangles are pointing towards the curve, towards the front of your bar. And it's just going to drop right into the pre-cut channel. These are going to be a lot longer than the bar that you have here for your Rogue, so you're just going to use a pair of scissors to trim them to size. Using your thumb, you can just press it right in, and it goes in pretty straightforward. And the second part of your strip that does not have the pyramids on them, the little triangles, we're just going to press that in as well. And now we're going to cut off the excess right here, just using scissors or a knife or whatever. You want to make sure it is clean so your end cap can go on pretty easily. Let's see how to clean that up. Just to give you a quick rundown of your parts, because they all look similar, but they are different. So as far as the fit kit pads, you're going to have an individual one for your front driver, front passenger, 822 and 823. For the rear passenger and driver, it's 824 and 825. And as far as your hooks, the front are going to use the shorter 590 hooks. You're going to have 2 of those. And then for the rear, you're going to have the longer 340 hooks. But the assembly is basically the same, just different parts, and you just want to make sure you have those in the correct position for the roof. So now we're going to put our foot on the bottom of our rack here. And with this guy, you actually have a kind of a hinge in here that allows you to raise and lower the track right here. So you're going to press down on here, and making sure the outside is pointing away, just slide it along our track. And here, we're going to use our foot for our 822 side. We're just going to put it down here and just allow it to wrap around the edges. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, and then we're going to get our measurement together. And make sure I have the measurement that I got from my rooftop on the front was actually right at 44 inches, and that's gonna work out pretty handy. One of the cool things about this system is the fact that they give you a torque wrench so you can lock it down to your rooftop really securely, and it clicks to let you know when it's in place. So now we're gonna take this up to the roof and get the next part of our install going. Crossbar down on our rooftop, and you want to make sure that on the side along the seam is sitting along the gutter. That's going to give you a nice solid connection on the roof and also help minimize wind noise. So now we're going to put on our hooks for our front. Now these clamps are going to hook on the inside of our clamp here. It's hard to see, actually the only way you can see it is like inside of it, but it's a pretty straightforward thing. You're going to push up and then hook down. So I'm going to slide this guy in here, and we're going to get a grip of it. You hear it click, and now we're in position. So from here, we're going to grab our torque wrench, and we're going to start fastening down. Now, the rule of thumb that I usually do with this is every time you fasten down one side, it's going to pull the other. So you want to go from side to side, tightening it as you go before you get down to the torque requirement. And that just keeps it nice and even pressure on it to allow you to get that best application for your crossbars. All right, and now that we got that click, we know we're locked down onto the roof. So from here, we're going to put on our door and our end cap. All right. So now we're going to put on our door and our end cap. And as you can see, nice and secure on the roof. Thule is one of the brands I like a lot when it comes to being easy to set up and more premium as far as the materials. Alternatively, if you were looking for something that was going to give you similar features but was going to be a little bit more cost effective, you could look towards some products from Inno and products from Yakima. But in the end, Thule is going to give you something that works well for your Rogue and lasts for a pretty good time for you when you're out and about. So again, this is Ed with etrailer.com, taking a look at the Thule WingBar Roof Rack on our 2023 Nissan Rogue. Have a great day.